Hey friends, I'm back today with a video on a brand that I've actually never reviewed on my channel, and I am very excited to be sharing them with you today. Now, I am not affiliated with this brand, however they did send this to me and I'm excited to share it with you guys. So the brand that we're talking about today is Gourmande Girls Cosmetics, and I might be saying that wrong, and I'm so sorry if I am pronouncing it incorrectly. And the palette that we're talking about is Radioactive. So this is the packaging for it. And I think it's really beautiful. I love this kind of wispy, multicolored background that's going on here. It's very much up my alley, and I find it to be aesthetically pleasing. This palette is $51.99. It is out right now. It released, I think, at like midnight or 1 a.m. Unfortunately, yesterday I spent the whole day in the ER, and I have a kidney stone, and I have a pinched nerve, so I have not been feeling the best, but I have had a little bit of reprieve. I think that the stone has stopped moving right now. So I figured I would get on here and share this with you guys while I'm able to. This palette is cruelty-free, and this is what the actual palette looks like. It matches the outer packaging, and then when you open it up, this is the color story. So my goodness. Okay, I absolutely love this, and I want to use the mirror again to kind of show you guys some of these shifts that you're maybe not seeing in it, because there's a lot going on. And again, I'm not paying attention to the camera at all, but a lot of these have more shift than you're even seeing in the mirror. I think this palette is gorgeous. To help you guys with this formula, if you guys have tried Indi Cosmetics or It's Belle Cosmetics or Saints Angel Sinners, that is the same formula that you're going to find here. I've talked to a few people that have said that they think that the formula is kind of very brand to brand. I have not really noticed that. I think that they're pretty similar across the board, but I don't have a problem with that. I can never have too many multichrome shadows, and for me, it is really fun because each of them seem to have a different color story line up in them, and I like being able to pair it with different things, and I did that today. So, I will say this, if you are not into a full multichrome palette, this is probably not the right choice for you. However, if you're looking for an affordable way to get this many multichromes into your collection, I think that this is a really good value. And I think a lot of us have big collections already, so I already had stuff I could pull from to use with this, and so I went ahead and did that today. I'll show you briefly, I'll show you in a second what I used with it. But as far as texture, some of these kind of get, they're all really smooth when you use them, but some of these do have a little bit more texture initially, and some of them are very, very smooth and creamy, but they all perform, I mean, fantastic. Like, the payoff of these I find to be extremely impactful. So that is what this palette looks like. I did use it in conjunction with the Kara Beauty palette today, and this is Mind Trap. It's been a hot minute since I've used it. I am affiliated with them, and my code with them is Jaclyntriesit, all one word. I'll have it down here, so if you do want to pick this up to kind of pair with your other multichrome palettes, I love this. I think it works really nice. They have some of the most creamy and easy to use mattes that I've ever found, and they're extremely affordable. So it's just an all matte palette, and I don't typically love them to use on their own. I'm just not one of those people. I like to have a lot of sparkle. I'm pulling this one up too. So for me, it was really nice to be able to pair these two together, because there's a lot you can do with both of them together. I just feel that there's every color that you might really need in that, and then it plays really nicely together. That's all I'm gonna say. Now, I'm not gonna be doing swatches of this on this video. I actually have a video already. So if you go to my YouTube channel in my Indi section, you can see swatches of this and a full review, but I'm not gonna go deep into it today. This is what we're talking about. This is the star of the show. I'm gonna be doing swatches of it, and at least this look. I'd like to do a second look, but it's really gonna depend how I'm feeling. Yesterday was awful, so if tomorrow is awful, you'll probably just see this look. But to me, as far as first impressions go, I'm 100% happy with this palette, and I'm really excited that they sent it to me. So I will be back at the very end with my final thoughts, and I'll see you in a second.
Okay, so the very first shade in the palette is called Radon, and it is a white-based kind of green, slightly blue type of shade. The next shade in the palette is called Exposure, and it is a beautiful kind of blue to green to pink to red to gold. I just absolutely love this shade. The next shade is called Elemental, and it's kind of like a turquoise to deeper blue with a little bit of green to it as well. The next shade is called Radium, and it is like a purple-based green to turquoise to teal with a little bit of blue as well. The first shade of the second row is called Curie, and it is a blue that does go a little bit purple. The next shade is called Nucleus, and it's kind of a pink to a light purple with a little bit of orange. Sorry, you guys may hear my cat in the background. He's on one. The next shade is called High Energy, and it's kind of a pinkish blue purple. I absolutely love it. It's a showstopper. The next shade is called Gamma Ray, and it's a beautiful pink to gold shifting shade with a little bit of peachy orange. The first shade of the last row is called Ultraviolet, and it is a deep purple that does go a little bit burgundy and orange as well. The next shade is called Isotopes, and it's a deep purple that has a little bit of blue sparkles and blue shift to it. The next shade is called Quantum, and it's also a deep purple, but it is more blue and has a lighter purple shift to it as well. And the very last shade in the palette is called Electro Love, and it's a really brilliant red to pink with a slight hot orange to it.
Alright, you guys, I am back and I want to give you my final thoughts. So, the brand that we were talking about today is Gourmande Girls Cosmetics, and the palette that we're talking about is the Radioactive palette. Now, I've left a little sleeve down here below just because you guys already saw it in the beginning. But I love this packaging. I think it is vibing. It matches so well what's going on the inside, but it's really artistic and I like it personally. To me, this is artistic. This is the type of art that I am drawn to. This is a cruelty-free palette. It was $51.99. I was sent this, but I am not affiliated with this brand. It wouldn't matter either way because I will always give you my honest opinion, and to me, it's 100% worth it. So let me show you the colors on the inside. I suck at opening palettes. I don't know what it is. It's like a real struggle. But this is the color story, and I feel like it has a really good mix of shades that will pretty much take you through the whole year, in my opinion. If you're a seasonal person, I'm kind of one of those people that I like seasonal shades. I'm very weird. But this has a lot more shifts than you're even seeing now. Unfortunately, I'm not able to capture them in this lighting. I've got the windows kind of closed up because it's like 100 degrees here today. And I've not felt the best the last couple of days. So I'm not trying to get sweaty because once you put on enough weight, you just get hot no matter what temperature you're in. So in any case, I really love this. I will say if you're not a multichrome fan, if you're not a metallic fan, this may not be the right choice for you, and that's completely okay. Everyone has their own favorites, and I respect that. But I will say this, if you're looking for a way to try multichromes affordably and kind of pair them with things that you already have, this is a really great way to do that. I think the quality is there, the textures are beautiful, the impact is fantastic, and I have nothing but good things to say about this. It was packaged carefully, it was shipped right away. I think they did a really, really nice job. And the owner, from the little bit I've talked to her, seems like a really sweet person. So with all of that being said, I hope that this was helpful to you guys. If it was, maybe consider subscribing, and I hope that everybody is staying safe and healthy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!